Now let's take a look region-wide. Let's start off with New England. Temperatures they're in the mid-30s to mid-40s. Upstate New York and Pennsylvania. Temperatures are in the mid-30s to low 50s. The greater New York City area, temperatures are in the mid-40s to mid-50s. The Mid-Atlantic plus West Virginia, temperatures are in the 50s to low 60s. West Virginia, their temperatures are a bit lower with temperatures that are in the 40s to low 50s. Hold on a minute. Alright, I'm back. In the south, let's start off in the southeast where we do have the Carolinas. Temperatures there, they're in the low, in Georgia, in Tennessee, temperatures range from the mid-40s to the mid-60s. The temperatures would be in the 60s along the coast, but going inland, they're in the 50s, and some places maybe in the 40s. Alabama, Mississippi, temperatures range from the mid-40s to low 60s. Arkansas, the low 50s. Louisiana, mid-50s to low 60s. In Florida, temperatures there, they're in the northern, the panhandle part of Florida. They're in the mid-50s to mid-60s. And going down to Florida, they're in the 70s. Oklahoma has temperatures that are in the 50s to mid-60s. Mid-50s to mid-60s. Much of the Lone Star State, their temperatures are somewhere between the upper 50s to mid-70s throughout much of the Lone Star State. We go to the Ohio Valley. We have temperature readings that are in the mid-40s to low 50s. We go to Michigan and Wisconsin. Temperatures there, they're basically in the upper 30s to mid-40s. Minnesota, temperatures there, they're in the mid-40s to mid-50s. The Dakotas, overall, temperatures range from the mid-40s to low 60s. Iowa has temperatures that are in the 40s. Missouri has temperatures that range from the upper 30s to low 50s. Kansas, temperatures are in the 50s to low 60s. And Nebraska, temperatures there, they range from the upper 40s to mid-60s. Let's take a look in places like Montana, where temperatures there in the western part of the state, they are in the upper 30s to upper 40s. Eastern half, temperatures are in the upper 40s to low 50s. Northern Idaho, temperatures are in the 40s. Southern half, 50s. Wyoming, temperatures, you have temperatures that range from 41 in Cody to 61 in Cheyenne. I mean, mostly it's just cold up north, but very cold, but warm in the southern half of the state. Colorado has temperatures that range from 53 in Alamosa to 70 in Denver. Sorry about that. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hope your day went well today, or hoping that you have better days ahead. How you feeling today? Excuse me. How's the weather for your area? Utah has temperatures that range from 52 in Logan to 73 in St. George. Though temperatures are very warm once you head down to the southwest part of the state. In Nevada, much of the temperatures are in the upper 50s to upper 60s, but going down the state, you got temperatures that are in the 70s. In New Mexico, temperatures in the northern half of the state, they're in the 60s, southern half 70s. Down in the northern half of Arizona, you get temperatures ranging from 57 in Alpine to 77 in Kingman. In Phoenix, Tucson, and Yuma, temperatures in that part of Arizona, they're in the 80s. California, you got temperatures, you got 57 in Eureka. The Bay Area is in the upper 60s to mid 70s. 75 in LA, 70 in San Diego, 86 in Indio. And temperatures are in the 70s. Oh no, Wild, I'm not sick. It's, yeah, let's just say so much dust and, stuff. But I'm fine, Wild. Thank you for asking. In the Pacific Northwest, temperatures are in the mid 40s to mid 50s. Washington State, temperatures range from 39 in Trail to 53 in Seattle. Let's take a look at gusts. Well, there's actually a lot of gusts offshore from the Outer Banks, and as well as offshore from the Western Gulf. In the Dakotas, wind gusts are blowing around 40 to 60 miles an hour in North Dakota, 30 to 50 in South Dakota, and it looks like there are wind gusts. They're blowing about up to 60 to 70 miles an hour over Lake Superior and northern Wisconsin, upper Michigan as well. Well, your temperature is at 44 degrees though, but it's very windy from what I can tell. And I'll probably check back at those winds at some point. In Montana, winds blowing up to 40 to 60 miles an hour is indicated by the National Weather Service there. They have issued a high wind warning there. Western Wyoming, their gusts are up to 60 miles an hour near Cheyenne as well, and north of Denver. Just almost around 30 miles per hour in gusts from Minneapolis to Lubbock, Texas. Well, it looks like your winds coming from the southwest, blowing around up to 30 miles an hour. Was negative 2.5 degrees Celsius or 27 or 28 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, and 9.5 degrees Celsius or 49 degrees Fahrenheit in the afternoon, and was mostly cloudy and windy most of the late morning into the afternoon. Let's see. I mean, yeah, you did. I mean, the weather, at least your weather's dry for the most part, Wild, but wind is terrible. Hold on a minute. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, when you have winds, Wild, that are fast moving, that just makes temperatures that are currently in the 40s to feel like it's 30 or close to freezing. Let's take a look at the humidity. Well, we got plenty of humidity in South Florida, the Carolinas, Atlanta, all the way to Lexington, and some form of humidity, some humid conditions in the Northeast, the Ohio Valley, parts of the Great Lakes region, and western Wyoming, all the way to Northern California, the Pacific Northwest, and the Northern Rockies, Bitterroot Mountains, but it's not as gradual as those in the Southeast. I'm starting to feel a little better now. My ear doesn't hurt anymore. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's what I like to hear, Wild. As long as you're feeling better, that matters. Let's see. In the next 24 hours, plenty of rains in the Mid-Atlantic and the Carolinas, where it's estimated that there would be a rainfall accumulation of around 2 to 4 inches of rain from Virginia Beach to Wilmington, North Carolina. Washington, D.C. might get up to an inch and a half of rain there. Atlanta, just on the eastern side of the outskirts of Atlanta. About half an inch of rain will be there, as well as South Florida. Parts of the Great Lakes region will get as much as up to an inch of rain in some areas. Wisconsin, in the central part of the state, up to a half an inch of rain. The Pacific Northwest, many places throughout the Pacific Northwest might see rainfall estimates of up to an inch to an inch and a half of rain. Any additional snow? Well, eastern Wisconsin might see traceable amounts of snow to about up to 3 inches of snow from Milwaukee, Green Bay to Sault Ste. Marie. At least you won't get snow while that's good. So far, Kalispell, northwestern Montana, northern Idaho, a few places might get traceable amounts to about up to 6 inches of snow. Cascades, about up to a foot of snow throughout the Cascades part of Washington State. And a few parts in northern Oregon, just only up to 3 inches of snow. Do consult with your local weather office or your local officials just to get the actual estimates, which these are just estimates, not the real thing. Especially gusts and wind speed and wind direction as well. And now I'm going to switch gear. One more thing before I move on. I just want to check any pollution. Let me check pollution in Southern California. Currently, LA has unhealthy levels of pollution in terms of the air quality index. Let's see. What else? Any dust? No dust. CO, well, CO. Yeah, it's typical. Ozone. Yeah, ozone is typical. But yeah, it happens. Yeah, poor air quality happens whenever you get a lot of pollutant emitters in times whenever the weather is nice but lacks winds, and that it's dry and cool sometimes, in which it keeps the pollutants at the surface, and it does create problems for those who have underlying health conditions. I'm going to start from here just so that we can get started on the 3-day forecast, but we're only going to be focusing on the upper part of the atmosphere right now for the next 3 days. Let's assume that this is right now. We do have a ridge over New Mexico, a trough over the southeast, located over Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. And we do have a mini ridge over up north from Vermont and upstate New York. What does this mean? It means that there's going to be plenty of wet weather and a few storms throughout the East Coast for tomorrow. I forgot that this is tonight. The Mid-Atlantic is currently getting some storms right now, and as well as parts of the upper Mississippi Valley, parts of the Great Lakes region, a few places in the Dakotas. But elsewhere, nothing much. You got a lot of dry air in the south central part of the U.S. Wet weather might end up here pretty eventually, but we'll see about that in the next 24 hours. A ridge does get wider, and it'll cover the south central part of the U.S., including the lower Mississippi Valley. A trough will occur just off the Pacific Northwest, and a folding trough just to the northeast of Lake Huron, and another trough just sitting offshore from the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And we do have an upper level low just sitting there just north of the Yucatan Peninsula, which means that there's going to be some wet weather throughout parts of the western third of the country, including the desert southwest, most notably in the Pacific Northwest all the way down to California, and a few places in the Great